Hey everyone, it's Bex Thompson here on Bribie Island, and I haven't been on live for a while. Some of you may know that I've been moving house and just come off of a big retreat, and this moving into winter, I think for a lot of us, is around taking the time really to sit back, to allow things to dissolve away that are no longer serving us, and to start planting the seeds of what is going to come next, particularly if you're on a path of continuous growth. So we're live today. I'm just going to stay on for a little bit and see if anyone is out there. It's pretty much lunchtime, so see if anyone is connecting in on Facebook today live. And if you're coming back to this later on, then I'll come back and check if there's any comments later. So let me know if you're there by giving me a little thumbs up or heart, and I can say hi to you. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for anyone to come on, you might like to just have an appreciation of this amazing painting behind me. One of my long-term students, Glenda, who is been with me from day one over the last, maybe 6 or 7 years of teaching yoga, made this beautiful painting, or created this painting. Hey Tamara in Melbourne. And we just purchased this in our new space, and it just feels like it has always lived here. It has so much depth. It speaks to me of where we live on Bribie Island. And yeah, she just had an exhibition. So if you like this work, go to glendacharlesartist.com somewhere, and she has some amazing work. So today I wanted to talk about the truth around self-worth, because I don't think I've met a single person, and certainly not worked with a single client, where self-doubt and self-worth are a key component of why they're struggling or why they're seeing me. And for you, it's a key component for why you're maybe feeling not so joyful, maybe you're not feeling like you're quite on track or purposeful, maybe there's pain in your body, maybe you're struggling with energy levels. So it can be any reason, but self-worth and self-doubt is at the core of some of that underlying reason why you're not moving forward or getting out of that struggle. So have a feel. What are some of your core self-worth issues? We all have different flavors of it. What are some of yours? Now, I know that every time I reach a new level, it's kind of this new level, new devil. And it has been a big shift for me moving into this house that we're in now. It's a big expansion. And there's been some aspects of self-worth. Am I worthy to receive this fully? And I've shifted into some new areas of my work. I've just run a 4-day retreat, and building up into that, will this fail? This is a new thing. This is 4 days, and I've always only offered 2. I'm offering something deeper, different. There's a different price point. Am I worth that? And there's different aspects to this. Now, we can either keep going around in that headspace, or we can block it going, I'm fearless, I can do anything, it doesn't matter, and not recognize that we have that handbrake on, pulling us back. Or we can do something about it. And there are some key things that not everyone does, that we need to do if we want to build our self-worth and keep moving and growing into a different space rather than staying where we are. And one of them is to really just acknowledge. So often we're in a place of resistance to what is. We're resisting the fact that there's anything wrong. Yeah, it's good. I'm just going to stay doing this. I'm fine. I'm awesome. I'm not going any, nothing's changing. And we're not realizing or recognizing that we have this handbrake on, that we are being held back by some kind of fear, because we think that fear is this great big thing. Fear is a great big word, and we don't like to necessarily associate ourselves with fear, that I'm scared of something. But at the root of every self-worth issue or self-doubt is a fear of. So what is it for you? Is it fear of failure? Is it fear of judgment? Is it fear of losing money, of loss? What is it for you? Because until you identify what that fear is and what you have to risk to gain something, to boost that self-worth, you're not going to get over it. It's going to still be playing out itself out in your life, and you're not going to realize that it's playing itself out. The other thing is being able to share that, to speak that up in truth and not to hide it. There's something about as soon as we acknowledge and share the resistance lowers and the power of that starts to dissolve away. And when we're witnessed in that, it's even more powerful. Another thing is to learn how to be really embodied in your center. When you are in your center and holding your presence, you feel full. You feel like you are completely connected. You are totally worthy and you are capable of anything. And I've come back after this retreat, even though I was facilitating, but 4 days completely holding presence, and in a very powerful way that I work, holding the womb space and the heart together in the body, very anchored in your center. I've come back feeling I can accomplish a whole load more things that even I was just putting here for a sense that, oh, that could be a little overwhelming if I do that. And I stepped to a whole new sense of creativity and possibility because of this strong sense of self-worth that being really held in your presence creates. And that is something that's very hard to do by yourself initially. You need other people and you need to be shown what you are not doing, because we trick ourselves into thinking that we are doing that. And the last thing that kind of ties in with that is to be witnessed in that, to own your worth, to step into that which you are and to be witnessed in that, feel that in your body and have others reflect that back at you, because that helps to groove those new pathways of you are that and I am that and I am worthy and I can. Because the fear is not going to go away necessarily. We need to learn how to manage and dissolve some of that fear so that it doesn't have an impact on us moving forward. So these are some key aspects, and they can be a little hard to navigate by yourself because we have so many blind spots. And because this is such a key thing that I see affects everybody, I've decided to create a one-day Be a Beacon masterclass around this whole aspect of self-doubt and these underlying fears that hold you back. And if we can overcome them, then you can access a greater potential of what your unique awesomeness is here on this earth right now. So there's only a couple of weeks until this is going to be run. It's up here near Bribie Island in a place called Scarborough. All the details are on the link that I will go back and add to the top of this post. Check it out. This is going to be a fairly small group, a more intimate space where we can get into what the roots of your self-doubt are and start to dissolve these bindings. Like I say, this was so powerful. We saw massive transformations in women over the 4 days of the Goddess Rising retreat that I've just held. And self-doubt, self-worth, and the underlying fears that we have were some key bindings, some key things that were rooting people down and keeping them stuck. And until you acknowledge and deal with yours in a way that you probably don't quite know how to do yet and need that space held, then that's going to hold you back from all that you can be, whether that's more happiness, more connection, or more success and abundance, or feeling like you are clear and on purpose. It doesn't matter which one of those, yeah? This is going to help you with that, yeah? Realizing your full potential. So check out the link. Love you to join us. It's soon. It's only in a couple of weeks. So jump on board so that you don't miss out on the slots, because this is going to be a small, intimate group. This is a masterclass for people that have been on the path for a while and know that they are meant for something more. You want to be more, but you feel like you're caught up a little in this struggle, in this cycle of staying stuck or coming up against obstacles, and your confidence and your inner voice is sort of wearing you down and you keep falling back, and maybe you think, maybe I'm not on the right path. Maybe this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. If some of those things are going around in your head, you need this workshop of overcoming fears and self-doubt and self-worth. Yeah, jump in on this masterclass now, and I would love to see you in a few weeks. Take care, everyone. Speak soon. Bye.